Are there any disadvantages to a trust, to a living trust, either a revocable or irrevocable trust? Sure, there's a few disadvantages. I'll give you a couple. I like to emphasize the positives, but in this video, I'll give you at least two disadvantages. So once a trust is created, there's paperwork. The trustee, the person that is in charge of implementing the rules of the trust, has to keep records. Income, expenses, right? The management of the trust. It's as if you were the keeper of a checking account, the keeper of a bank account, the keeper of a real property. Right? So the management functions of a trust. Now, all of those tasks had to be performed anyway, right? I'm figuring most people take a look at the checkbook and reconcile it, right? So, and if you have a piece of property, you have to manage it. So it could displace who is performing that function. So in an irrevocable trust, the settlor, the maker of the trust, is not the trustee, so the trustee now has to perform those functions. Whereas in a revocable living trust, the creator of the trust, the settlor, grantor, that person can be the trustee. So in that instance, not really any downside at all concerning paperwork, because the person that's the owner of these different financial instruments or real property has to keep records anyway. And another remarkable item that might be considered a disadvantage of a trust is that it does not eliminate the need for a last will and testament. So the trust, as I said last week, is like a will on steroids. It does everything a will can do and more. It has more range. It's an overall better document. The reason you still need a will is if the client, the person living with a trust, if they inherit property before they pass away and it never makes its way into the trust, well, that has to pass through a will. If they have an asset that has never been properly funded into the trust, it'll pass through a will. So for at least those reasons, you need both a trust and a will, and a certain type of will. Right? So if you'd like to discuss this, please reach out to me, frankbrunolaw.com.